Hi, do you have a list of goals on paper or that you've thought about that you're just not managing to get to? I'm Leslie Kaplan. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting and how you can reach some of these goals. Have you ever heard of brainstorming? Brainstorming ways of reaching a particular goal? Let me tell you a little bit about it. Brainstorming is usually better when written down. So what I'd like you to do is take a piece of paper, or even better, take a whiteboard with markers, write down 2 or 3 goals that are really, really important for you to meet. Then what I'd like you to do is brainstorm, or write next to each goal, what are all the different ways, just write it down, don't even think too hard. Write down all the different ways that you can perhaps reach that goal. No matter how stupid it seems, even if it's unrealistic, even if you think there's no ways that I can do that particular thing, in no particular order, no priority, just write it down. All the different ways of reaching a particular goal. Now, we've spoken about in other sessions the issue of SMART goals. Your goals being specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-framed. The S.M.A.R.T. of reaching that goal. Now, look at the goals that you've written. Firstly, ask yourself, are they indeed SMART goals? How specific was I? If you weren't specific enough, then be more specific. Tell yourself exactly how much or where or when you need to meet that particular goal by. That also accounts for the M in measurable and R in realistic, if it is at all realistic. The A is whether it's achievable or attainable. In other words, can you personally do it? Now, that's closely tied to the realistic, but it's a separate issue on its own. And the T is the time frame. In the time that you wrote your goal down, yes, T for time frame, did you actually write down when you wanted to achieve it by? If not, add it on now. Now relook at the different ways that you brainstormed to look at the goal, to reach the goal, and have a look. Now that you've made it and turned it into a SMART goal, are there some points that you can cross off, i.e. some of the ways to brainstorm are no longer relevant? Or what I'm hoping is that you'll have some extra points and extra ways of reaching that goal that you'll now think of other ways that you've written down the S.M.A.R.T. So write down your goals, tell other people about your goals, and brainstorm all the possible ways of getting to that goal. Once you've done that, then let's look at the action plan. Then number them 1 to 5, 10, depending how many goals and how many ways you wrote it down, and then see which is the most probable way of you starting to reach that goal. Now, when we look at probable way, we look at how easy is it to do? Do you need help from somebody else? Is it something that you need somebody else to give you or do for you first before you can actually tackle it? And the complexity, not only how easy it is, but how many stages it involves. So once you've looked at those different actions, look at the action plan and write down one action plan that you commit to doing. Yes, make it a SMART goal. In other words, you commit to doing by a certain time, and then just go for it. Do it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then relook at it and say, why didn't it work? Was the T for time not accurate? Was the way that I chose, the brainstorm way that I chose, not as good as what it would have been with something else? And if you haven't yet completed that goal, it's okay to then look at one of the other ways that you look to brainstorm to. Good luck. I'm Leslie Kaplan. I look forward to hearing about your successes.